Yo guys, what's going on? So today we have got the top 5 best loadouts for you. So jumping straight into it, for number 5, we're going to go with the Ghost, Tempered, High Alert class, whichever you want. The class that you're not going to run overkill, we've only got one gun. We're going to go with the Ppsh Carbine. Now the Ppsh Carbine is absolutely amazing right now. It's a great all-around gun. It's solid at close range, solid at long range. This thing has an insane rate of fire, and the recoil is very, very minimal on it. The way that this class is built up, I tried to keep it so it's got quite good mobility still for those close range fights. However, built it so you can still take on those long range fights as well. For the secondary, I'm currently running the Diamante. I still think it's the best secondary in the game. It's going straight into number 4 onto the overkill classes. For the SMG, I've got the Owen gun. I really don't think the Owen gun gets as much love as it should. If you don't believe me how good this thing is, just go check out Optic Teep. This is the build that is using. The only difference I've got is I use this scope. The only reason I use this scope and not the slate reflector like a lot of people use is just because of this magazine here. It does get in the way a little bit when you're aiming down sight, and it takes up a little bit of your screen. And I found that with using this scope, it just zooms that out a little bit more so you can see a little bit more of your screen. For the secondary, this is going to be a bit of a controversial one, but hey, this is my video, not yours, so... Of course, we've got the trusty M13. Everybody probably knows this loadout by now. If you haven't used this thing in a while, just go and give it a go again. This thing is absolutely shredding. I don't know what it is. I don't know why it feels so good again. As you know, this thing's got no recoil anyway, and it just absolutely shreds. Number 3, for the SMG, we have got the MP40. Now, this thing did get a nerf. However, it is still definitely on top for the SMGs. This is the build that I'm running. I think this is quite a popular build. Some people like to run the nose stock instead of the folding stock. I just run the folding stock just for that little extra recoil control, just if you need to go for a longer gunfight. Don't need to comment on this. You've probably seen a lot of people running about with this gun. And for the primary on this one, I'm using the MG42. I don't see enough people using this gun. This thing is a beam. It literally just does not move. The great thing about this as well is obviously you've got the 125 round mag, so you can literally kill 4, 5, 6 people if they're all really close without even reloading. It is just a beast of a gun. Number 2, we've got the PPSH. Now this PPSH is primarily built out for hipfire. This is not an aim down sight gun. If you don't believe me how good of a hipfire this gun is, you need to go watch some Tim the Tapman videos. He loves hipfire guns. He loved the hipfire MP5 from Modern Warfare, and he's actually said that he thinks this is better. And I agree, I do think it's better. This thing is amazingly good at hipfire. And for the primary on this class, I'm going for the STG. Now, I know a lot of people have been trying out the Automaton, which again is really good. Again, very minimal recoil. Still a really good TTK. I think it's 0.6 to TTK, which is still really competitive for your primary weapons. This thing is just great. The good thing about this compared to the LMG, like the MG42, is you are going to get a bit more mobility. When you're going round, you're not going to be as slow. So it's a great option if you don't like slowing down and using LMGs. Now for number 1, obviously, I don't know if you've got this gun leveled up yet or if you've even used it. This gun is amazing, the Well gun. This is the build that I've been using on it. I know a couple of people have got a few different builds. Personally, this is the one I like the most. This thing is amazing. This thing will put people down so quickly. Now, for the primary on this, for the purpose of Rebirth, I love running the sniper. Now, I will say that the Modern Warfare Kar 98 is still better than this Vanguard Kar 98. However, at the moment, using this scope, the 3 to 6 times SVT40 is currently glitched, and it doesn't take any ADS time off you. So this thing actually ADS quicker than the Modern Warfare Kar 98. I know a lot of people, you can use the 64 round mag as well. You just get a bit better fire rate with the Gorenko 7.62. So that's why I'm using that one. Now, for the primary on this, for the purpose of Rebirth, I love running the sniper. Now, I will say that the Modern Warfare Kar 98 is still better than this Vanguard Kar 98. However, at the moment, using this scope, the 3 to 6 times SVT40 is currently glitched, and it doesn't take any ADS time off you. So this thing actually ADS quicker than the Modern Warfare Kar 98. So when they fix this scope, I would just take this off like that, and then change this to the L brake, then change the magazine to the 3 round. And what this does, this gives you the best aim down sight speed, and it's still really, really good. And that's going to be your 5 best loadout in 5 minutes, guys. For the next video I'm going to bring up, I'm going to try and give you some tips and tricks on how to raise your KD, how to get more wins, more kills playing Rebirth Island. So if that's something that you want to check out, definitely subscribe to the channel. Like this if you can for me, really helps getting the video out there if you can like the video. And hopefully, I'll see you in the next one.